Hey, not even gonna lie, bro. Trey Murphy really surprised me this summer league. So, as y'all probably know, delusional Pelicans fan, I'm a Pelicans fan. So, all right, so let me get started. So, this offseason, there was rumors that we were gonna get rid of Lonzo. I was really okay with that. I really didn't feel like I didn't really feel like Griffin wanted to keep him. There's a little understanding in that. I think he did get a little overpaid for his ability, but you also pay a young player and hope that they would develop. I wish nothing but the best for Lonzo. His fans can go to hell though. Respectfully, they're annoying as hell. Chicago Bulls fans are going to see what I'm talking about. I saw a stat one day. And I was like, is Jason Tatum and Lonzo really that far apart? I'm like, bro, nigga, yes, they are far apart. People just be tripping sometimes. But that's besides the point. So when like us losing Lonzo, I wouldn't really think we're gonna get another point guard or anything like that. Like some people got us like trying to get Josh Giddey, somebody like that, who I did have high hopes on. Like I think Josh Giddey could be really good, if he gets that shot down. But like I didn't really see us getting a point guard because I kind of have faith in Kyra that he's gonna be pretty good. Nikhil MIP season this year, I'm telling y'all. But with us getting Devontae Graham, which believe me, y'all, Devontae Graham might have been one of the most underrated pickups. They give us like a D plus this offseason, but we got Valanciunas and Devontae Graham, like, and Trey Murphy, who's really what this is about. But yes, but Devontae Graham's one of the most underrated pickups. Like, a better half court player than Lonzo, better shot creator. Has the same problem with finishing at the rim with Lonzo. But I just feel he's more of a smoother player, and like I don't know, probably better to watch than Lonzo. Respectfully though, because Lonzo, I was a Lonzo stan. If you go back, I was a Lonzo stan. I grew out of those days. But that's besides the point. I really came here to talk about the draft. So Pelicans, I believe, nailed the draft. So with us going in, I knew we weren't going to get a point guard. I was looking more towards the Moses Moody type, not Moses Moody, Corey Kispert. Both of those two very great. Well, Moses Moody's a great shooter, pretty good defender. Corey Kispert is a really great shooter, mediocre defender. So I was like, yes, they fit our shooting needs that we really need next to Zion, but they really don't fit our defensive needs that we also need as a team. But this Trey Murphy pick, like near the end when we traded back, in the Valanciunas trade, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get Kaiser Edwards if I said the name right. But it was the dude Brooklyn picked up. I thought him as like a nice 6'8" 3-and-D wing. See, I knew Trey Murphy exists, but I didn't really look that much into him. But man, when we got Trey Murphy, I looked at the highlights. I was like, oh, this dude kind of clean. And now I also want to talk a little bit about Herb Jones. We got Herb Jones. I'm like, wow, this dude could be a Draymond Green, like guard all the position type player. And then we signed what is it, Jose Alvaron, his name. I mean, it's literally a dog. He's like a nice player, crafty handle. Like I just like watching him play. And those are notable draft picks that we had. We didn't really sign anybody else. Re-signed Didi, but that's besides the point. We talking about Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy went into the summer league fresh face, baby face. Well, he still was 21 years old. Averaged 16.3 points per game with 7 rebounds and 2.8 assists, and he shot 44 on three pointers. Is that not someone you want to put next to Zion? His defensive tenacity was amazing. Him and Herb Jones, literally, we were like the number one ranked defense in Summer League. I know that's not saying much because it's Summer League, but oh my gosh, bro. Herb Jones as a defender is just what they call him, like, they don't call him a nuisance. What they call like a straight jacket. I'm trying to get that name started, man. He is a straight jacket on defense. He's like a more athletic Draymond Green, less playmaking. But I really believe that his ceiling could be a Draymond Green level. He is that good. Pelicans nailed that second round pick. Trey Murphy, oh my gosh, bro. His defense, his underrated playmaking that I saw is like great. If Najee didn't have the ball majority of the times, which Najee's a baller, I'm happy he had the ball most of the time for his development. But if Najee didn't have the most of the ball most of the time, Trey Murphy would average about like 23 points because of all the shot attempts they would have had. And I'm just saying that because look, he's averaging 16.3 just being a spot up. Like, he had that game where he, like, dropped, what was it, like 20 something? 20, like, 5 with, like, how many, like, 5 3? It was crazy. Like, you just shooting threes. I was like, This boy give me hype. And then when he's not shooting threes, he's a great defender. Like, he knows his role. He is a role player. He is somebody who has a role player that has a like, he could be developed into a star. He is 6'9". He is 6'9" with a 7 foot, like 7'1" wingspan. He is a perfect wing player for today's game. When everybody's going like small ball, nah. Like the Raptors, you see, they're going multi-positional defending. That's what they're doing. We got a nice wing that really, to me, can be like a Jonathan Isaac if he gets his weight up. The thing separating him from Jonathan Isaac is the weight. Jonathan Isaac can actually guard like fours and a little bit of centers. Put Trey Murphy on the center like Embiid or Jokic, it might not go the way you want it to go. Um, but if he gets his weight up, like, I don't know how much he weighs right now. If I could just go back and see how much he weighs, but I don't think he's too heavy. But if he gets like his weight up to like at least like two, I don't know. Yeah, there's a playing weight that certain people have. I don't really know everybody's playing weight. So if he can get his weight to like that right there, and like with muscle, like muscle too, man, he's gonna be special. And then the shot don't change. And he shoots 40% from three, bro. He could be like a Jonathan Isaac, Mikal Bridges, like combination, like Jonathan Isaac with Mikal Bridges 3. Like, it's crazy to think how the Pelicans nailed this draft and they still give us like a D+ off season. Now I don't want to go on a tangent, but I'm gonna go on a tangent. How is our off season worse than the Memphis Grizzlies? That doesn't make any sense. Respectfully, I love Ja. I don't really like the Memphis Grizzlies as an organization that much, just because I mean they're really rivals. To me, they are. So I really don't care for the organization that much, but I respect Ja. Jaren Jackson Jr. He is sniper. He is sniper. Wish he could stay healthy. But what did they do this all season that was so great? Jared Cover. Jared Cover is not putting their team back in the playoffs. Respectfully though, Ja is a sensational player. Steven Adams is way worse than Valanciunas than y'all think. Way worse. I watch every single game of Steven Adams. He is a pure rebounder. His interior defense pretty much non-existent. I say that he's just a big body. He's just a big body. No offensive game either. He do the little occasional hook shot or something like that. He's talking about working on a three. I don't know. He might come back next season, average 20 and shoot like 45% from three. Bledsoe was just a bad fit. Bledsoe, I believe, could be a better player if he had shooting around. He also didn't buy into the system. Stan played on way too many minutes to say a guy who didn't even listen to him in the huddle, and then cost us the game. So that was pretty much. I think that was their major requirements. Then they traded him for Rondo. Then they bought out Rondo. So they got Jared Cover and that one center from the Clippers, which I forgot his name because I mean, really, he's not all that. Unless you're thinking about starting Xavier Tillman at the 5 or something like that and making use of the. Then they're trying to trade Kyle Anderson, my man Slow Mo, and I had a brain fart. Yeah, they're trying to trade and Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks. I was trying to remember who it was. Dylan Brooks and my man Slow Mo. Like, those are really good rotational pieces I would definitely love the Pelicans to get. We don't have anything to trade for them though. I believe the Raptors are interested in Dylan Brooks. They'd probably trade like a Malachi Flynn, really. I don't even know if they traded Malachi Flynn because he's really young. He has a lot of potential. But I don't know what the Grizzlies did this offseason to make them better than the Pelicans. I know that we had a sensational offseason. Devontae Graham replaced Alonzo. It was the only, like, type of move. And that might be it. If we get MIP, quotation mark, Devontae Graham, hey, the league better watch out because you got a shooter next to Zion and Brandon Ingram, and you got Valanciunas shooting like 38% from three and developing on that shot. He's probably working on it in offseason too. Now, really, the only reason they say we lost offseason is because we lost Lonzo. We didn't get like a player back. Let's say we lost Lonzo and we got Kobe White back, just a player, Kobe White. We would go from a D to like probably a B plus because they see that Lonzo trade and they're like, oh, we didn't get equal compensation back. Even though we got Gary Temple, who is a good like veteran piece that we could use for like a contender that you need, kind of like what what's his face was last year, who's with the Nets now. I forgot his name, but he was a great player who I loved having on my team. Really good vet. And we also got what is it, Thomas Satoransky. He could probably fit into the same role as Lonzo. Probably definitely not as good. Not as good as a shooter. Maybe Fred works with him a little bit. Gets his shot right. I don't probably know. Probably a little bit too late. But he hit that game winner over Nall. I don't know if it was over now, but he hit that game winner in the FIBA Cup. Oh my gosh, that was had me mad, man. I was ready to see Canada. I'm not Canadian or anything. I just root for my man Nall. But he could probably fit into that off the bench playmaking role that we need until Kyra's ready. Because I don't know if Kyra's still ready right now. Kyra's really raw. Kyra has flashes of being great, but then he like does stupid ass turnovers. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, Kyra? Like you are. You can't, you gotta, if you're gonna be six, like what is he, 6'3" and really tiny, you can't be a bad playmaker. You gotta know how to include your team, and I don't know, be like a good playmaker. But yeah, Trey Murphy, he's just a steal to draft. Gets his weight up. Could be a Jonathan Isaac build. I have an Instagram. I don't know if it's in my description. This is the little end thing. I have Instagram. If any of y'all want to debate me in a like a basketball type, like respectful basketball way, just come on here. I'll figure out a way for us to record, and we can like probably have a debate. If there's any debate that y'all want to do, any discussion y'all want to do, I'm very open. I'm trying to grow this channel even more. Y'all probably know there's a bunch of old videos on here. Y'all can watch them if y'all want. But I'm trying to rebrand this as a basketball. It's like a basketball oriented channel. I made one before, but I didn't really feel like it was good. So I'm coming back where I all started on this channel and making good basketball content. Hopefully, y'all guys respect my opinion. I have a website too that I should probably link in there. So I hope y'all have a good day. Trey Murphy's is still the draft. Memphis Grizzlies didn't do shit this offseason. Pelicans on the top, niggas. Y'all on the bottom. Oh, I'm out. Respectfully, though. Respectfully.